Unfortunately, my time is running out. I have maybe another day here to actually do some work before I start cleaning up to get out of here. So before I go, I have to enclose this water system here. And you're probably wondering why. Well, out here in the woods in the south, there's lots of humidity, lots of bugs, lots of things. The sun will wreak havoc on everything, and all these parts here are new. I want to keep them that way, and I thought that if I close the system in, it would be a much better situation for me when I come back. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cover over all of this and up there, and I'm going to cover it in tar paper, I believe. All these little holes here are going to get closed in a bit. I did that so I could fit the plywood all the way back to the side of the house, and I went ahead and put these little holes in here. All of those I'm going to close up as best I can. Some are a little big, but I want to make sure I got it and everything can be closed up. Now, the reason I'm going to close those holes up is that there are a lot of wasps around here, and they're always looking for a place to build their nest. So I don't want to come back, open this thing up, and have a bunch of wasps attack me, the whole 9 yards. And also I want to keep the rain and everything off of it, just to keep it secure and all that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll do one last shot of what this looks like once I get it covered over. Then that would be the end of it. So sorry I didn't do a video when I was actually building it, but since my time is a little short, I wanted to get it done instead of worry about what my camera was doing and my angles and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a little bit of a chore to actually photograph and video everything you do. Sometimes it throws me off a little bit, and when I'm actually trying to get work done, I try not to do much. And as you can see inside here, my old pump is still here. It was being sent to me, a replacement was being sent to me, but I don't know that it's at my brother's house right now or not, and I don't think it's worth taking a trip in, even if it was, to go pick it up and bring it back. I'll do all that stuff when I come back, because I don't want to be rushed in doing any of this stuff. I want to do it once, do it right, and be done with it. So I'm just going to wait until I get back in and deal with that, and getting a couple doors on here so I'll have access to it. But right now, like I said, I'm just going to close it in, and I'll do all the detail work when I come back to make it look like it's supposed to. Because what I want to do is, when I get it all closed in, get the doors and everything on it, I want to put some rusty tan on it, just like the house, sort of blend in much nicer, and it'll look like it belongs there. So that's it, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, I just put in the tar paper at the bottom. So I am trying to deny access to all critters that would want to come in here and make a home while I'm away. So I got lots of caulking to hold everything down, and I'm going to now close this part up and work on the top part. So I'll have a little bit of footage of that, because at the top and over here, I want to make sure that there's no water damage while I'm away and before I get my siding on. So that's going to be my next move after I cover this section up right here. Okay, so this is what the water system looks like right now. Over here, if you remember, is the water heater. I'm going to have a door here that opens out this way, and on this side over here there would be 2 doors split down the middle, so those can swing out, and I'll have access to do the work on it when necessary or when it's needed. So that's how that's going to go. There's one more step now. I'm going to put tar paper on it. If you have been around since the beginning, you know this whole place was covered in tar paper before I had a chance to come out and put the siding on, because I was never able to do everything all at one time because I was so far away from it. So I would put tar paper on just to make sure that water did not penetrate and ruin my lumber. So that's what I'm going to do with this one also. And as I said before, I'm going to put some of this rusty tin siding on it to make it blend in with the rest of the house. So I tried to make it as small as I could, but it looks a little big right now, but it is what it is. I didn't want to leave any of this stuff open to the elements, so this is what I had to do. And I did make it a little bit larger because I don't know what systems I'm going to need to add to this, or what I'm going to need to change as time passes. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to close everything up, and of course when all the siding is on, you won't see any of this plywood. Hopefully it'll just blend in and look like the remainder of the house, but that will be on another time because my time is short right now and I'm getting ready to get out of town. Well, that's all she wrote. It is fully covered. My main thing was trying to keep the varmints out. The rain I'm not worried about too much because I intentionally built this house with 2-foot overhangs so that water wouldn't be hitting the siding all the way up. So I'm not too worried about the rain, but those wasps and things like that that like to go inside and build nests, that's what I'm mostly worried about. So I hope I got everything, and but if I didn't, I've sealed it up pretty good, so rain or the varmints won't hurt it too much. So that's what we have, and that is the end of this little project, or this large project, or the end of this large project. But it took me a day or two to get this thing going, but that's what happens because everything is done on the spur of the moment, and of course there's no plans for any of this. I just kind of did what came to mind and we worked it out. So, or I worked it out rather. So that's what we have. Both my totes are full of water, so I have 500 gallons that will be waiting for me on my next trip. I took this downspout and put it over here where I had a filter, but that filter is probably clogged up. I'm sure it's clogged up. That's why I took it down in the first place. So if I get a chance, I may dump some of those rocks out and start it again, because I know that there's so much debris in there that it won't allow water to flow. So of course there's so much more to do by the time I come back, or when I come back. It's a big project doing this, but it's been quite rewarding, and this has been quite a nice stay out here this time. So I will be back when I get an opportunity, and we will continue on.